Zo, goedemiddag. Nou goed, ik ben hier ook maar pas een paar uur, of 1 uur eigenlijk, maar dit is een soort wachtruimte. Het schijnt dat Piet Hein Donner regelmatig die boeken allemaal recht zet. En dat is hier de ingang naar de werkkamer. Wat denk ik veel mensen thuis wel herkennen van foto's, is die, dat vind ik altijd heel mooi van dit kamertje, die houten lambrisering, hè, die je zo helemaal rondom hebt. Dus dat is wel heel bijzonder. Dit schijnt een soort afscheidscadeau van Jan-Peter Balkenende aan mij te zijn, maar het zit goed vast.
A Satanist named Eliphas Levi created an idol of the devil in the form of Baphomet, the great goat god. He was worshipped by the Knights Templar and by Gnostics and Satanists, and many say even in the Illuminati systems of today. This foul Luciferian goat god, Baphomet, is worshipped. Notice his androgynous, that is male and female, appearance. The torch of light on his head, the horns that come out of the goat's head. Notice the satanic pentagram. Of course, it is at Yale University where they have the Order of Skull and Bones. And in fact, even the city of New Haven, Connecticut, was originally designed so that the skull and bones in a cemetery would be in the very center of the town, way back in the 18th century. Of course, the skull and bones, as is shown from this page, 158 from the book Richardson's Monitor of Freemasonry, an authoritative source, we find that in one of the Masonic rituals, the sacred word of Satan, Abaddon, is expressed, and we see a black and white drawing of the skull and bones. The horns of the devil seem to be, well, let's just say they get around. They're everywhere. And when we see these horns, of course, they can simply be horns of a bull or an oxen or another creature, or of something like this being. This is a recreation from the book of Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall, a 33rd degree Mason. And this is said to be Jupiter or Pan, the horned goat god. Did you know that even the Ionic column, very common in architecture today, is actually based on a ram's head horn, the horns of a ram's head? This is a horned Celtic god that was once worshipped back in Germany before the time of Christ. In the British Isles, Cernunnos was a druid horned god of nature. Notice the incredible resemblance, of course, to the Hindu deities. The fabulous city of London, England. You visit Hyde Park. You've heard so much about this marvelous public place. But wait! Confronting you, you will find this statue of Pan, complete with cloven hooves, horn, and beard. And to make the matters worse, it's part of a sculpture collection called The Family of Man by artist Jacob Epstein. How is it that the people of London, thought to be mainly Christian believers, so easily tolerate this idol of Satan himself housed within their very midst? Of course, England itself seems to be populated by many of the Freemasonic order. England's Grand Lodge reveals that it too is a lot of devotion and reverence for these Pan-like winged beings in this case. Here are some of the arms or the insignia of England's Grand Lodge. Notice these half-beast, half-man or half-woman creatures. The goats. Now, it's interesting that Aleister Crowley, known as one of the most vicious and most horrible Satanists of the 20th century, was, in fact, a man who called himself Baphomet. And in his book, The Book of the Law, published in 1904, Aleister Crowley, the great British Satanist, who once bragged that he was the wickedest man on the planet and self-styled his own being as the Antichrist, signed in that book his name. But it wasn't Aleister Crowley. He signed the name Baphomet. And this was the symbol of the seal of the Grand OTO, that is a secret satanic organization of which Aleister Crowley was the head. His seal was Baphomet.